Stalin and the Cult of Personality. Stalin was probably the first and the best dictator to be good at being bad, right? So the cult of personality is the attempt by which Stalin portrays himself onto the Russian people as being their savior, as being their, yeah, I'm going to use almost like a Christ-like a devotion figure, and a, a bit like Hitler, he's happy to use and play on these uh, emotive, religious, quasi-religious traditions to maximize his own impact. He comes from a background, obviously, in Russia, where for hundreds and hundreds of years, the Orthodox Russian Church has been really proficient, as was the Tsar, really proficient at self-publicism. And Stalin just builds on that. He takes their playbook and just ramps it up. So by the time of his death in the 1950s, having killed 30 million people, roughly the amount, the population of this country now, Stalin has killed in his regime of terror, yet is still, even today, 2021, missed and thought fondly of by so many people across Russia, regardless of what he did. So it's the success of this cult of personality, which is to be thanked for that. So we're talking about the usual playbooks. We're talking about processions and parades. We're talking about statues of himself. We're talking about favourable news propaganda. We're talking about rallies of the Communist Party, standing ovations, a real propaganda machine that basically places Stalin at the head of industry, at the head of farming, at the head of academia and technology. That Stalin, everything Russia accomplishes, the USSR accomplishes during this time, is a direct consequence of the works of Joseph Stalin. And when you have, I guess, the legacy of building a country, which I'll come back to again, can resist the onslaught of Nazi Germany, you do have something by which you can be, I guess, you can hold yourself to account that regardless of how he did it, he did it. So the cult of personality, it's the rewriting of exercise textbooks in schools and libraries. Another great one is a picture. I'll show you in class. I don't have to share the screen thing, but there's a picture in the 1917 revolution where Lenin is making a speech. In Moscow or St. Petersburg, not sure which, and to the side of Lenin is Leon Trotsky. Remember, going right back to the start of the unit, where Stalin defeats Trotsky to become the next leader of the USSR. There's this picture, like I said, where Lenin stands alongside literally his right hand man Trotsky. Well, lo and behold, what a surprise! Trotsky finds himself deleted from the pages of Soviet history, and one of the earliest and probably most effective uses of a primitive Photoshop, Stalin finds himself in that shot at Lenin's right hand, and that is a great example, probably the best example of early 20th century propaganda manipulation in order to create, like I said at the start of this, a cult of personality. It was important to be seen as the natural successor to what Lenin had accomplished. So you have that, and I showed it on the board at the start of the unit again, that idea that Marxism gives way to Leninism. So Leninism imparts the communist principles outlined by Karl Marx onto a country, right? Lenin dies. Now, at that point, there becomes a battle between Trotskyism and Stalinism. Stalinism emerges triumphant. So Stalinism becomes the natural legacy of Leninism. And that's a really, again, a central part of the cult of personality, that the progress made by the USSR along the pathway of communism, and the role that Stalin plays in it is central and imperative to its success. So the cult of personality, once again, it's not communism that makes Russia work. It is Stalin and Stalinism that makes Russia work and evolve and grow and, dare I say, flourish and survive. That's what the cult of personality was all about. Again, I'll put some references into for your chapters in terms of where you can pick out sources for this. But as a source topic, this is a really quite straightforward topic that you can use and manipulate into a research essay theme. Okay, I hope that helps. Bye.